Okay, hi everybody. It's Professor Ashley, or Dr. Ashley to you. Okay. So you're probably wondering why I look like an Eskimo, well, why I look like I'm so cold, and it's because I'm very, very cold. So it's 30 degrees or less right now here in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it's so cold. And as you guys know, I'm staying in this Airbnb downtown. It's one of those really old French style houses. And you know, one of the cons of living in a very, very like couple 100-year-old house is that the plumbing isn't that great. So that's why you hear the water dripping in the background. Since it's so cold, we actually have to turn on all the faucets and just allow them to run for 4 days straight, because it's supposed to be freezing for 4 days straight. And the reason why we have to do that is so that the pipes don't freeze, because everything is just freezing up now. So even the spigot outside with the hose, gotta let that run. You have to let the bathtub run, all of the sinks. It's crazy. I didn't know this was a thing, but I guess you have to do that. So I'm pretty sure all of you who, you know, there's probably plenty of you guys who know what I'm talking about. They're like, oh yeah, you know, every time when it's cold, we have to do that. But yeah, this is very new to me. Wild. It's wild here. And then also there's no central heating in this place. So we just have these like little, you know, heaters around the house that we just have to keep running to keep the place warm. And it's freezing. It's so cold. So I have to be all bundled up. Anyway, just to let you guys all know that, because I like to talk about my personal life. But without further ado, let's just get into it. Let me go ahead and answer a question. And there's a question here that I didn't really get to the other day. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump into that one. And this, so this viewer named Tina says, is it necessary to be a nurse before healthcare administration if you are overseeing nurses and physicians? So my answer to that is it really depends on the job title and your job description. And so no, but also yes. And it's going to depend on what you plan to do career-wise. So here it goes. Why don't you, to figure out exactly, before you make any decisions on what educational route to go, just take a gander at different types of healthcare administrative positions that you can have in the future, right? Now, if the ones that where you do require you to have a nursing degree, and they will tell you in the job requirements, those ones will specifically say you have to have an RN, you have to have a BSN, or you know, something, or you may have to have an MSN even for those specific jobs. So if those jobs that actually have those requirements, if they seem more appealing to you, then yeah, I would say go ahead and get your nursing degree first, and then get an MHA or an MSN. More than likely, you'll have to get an MHA if you're planning to go the administration route. Okay, so yeah, for some jobs in healthcare administration, you do need a nursing degree, and it's usually like you know, like a nurse supervisor, a DON position, like a director of nursing, those type of jobs, right? You will need to have a nursing degree. So if those are the ones that are most appealing to you, then yeah, definitely go ahead and get your nursing degree first, and then pursue your career moving forward from there. but you don't necessarily have to get a nursing degree. Okay, it just really depends on where you're going, where you're taking your career. So if you don't, and a lot of the positions where you are overseeing nurses and physicians may actually require you to get that and have a nursing degree. Some of them don't, but yeah, many of them do. And so what I would do is just look at the various different positions are out there and see what you think your long-term goal actually is. Okay, and you're not going to find that just by just by asking around or just assuming things. You are actually going to figure out the specific positions and the specific direction where you want to take your career by pretending that you are doing a job search. Just put yourself into your future self mindset. Like, think 5 years from now, what job do I really want to be looking for? And then get on Indeed or LinkedIn or both, just try out different job posting sites and look at the different jobs that are available and different positions and read the job descriptions and the requirements for those jobs. And then that'll give you somewhat of an idea about, if it's something that you're very interested in, and it'll tell you what those requirements are. And then you can take those requirements, right? And you can reverse engineer your whole plan. Okay. So then you can figure out, okay, so this is the degree that I have to get, or these are the different degrees I have to choose from, if this is the job that I want. And, in order to get this position, I have to have maybe 3 years experience. So let's see, what type of experience would be a good stepping stone for that particular position. And you can just start to reverse engineer your entire career path. And I think that is the best way to figure out, how to get to where you want to get. I really do believe you need to be very intentional about the steps that you take. But in order to, you can't just be sitting here going, what's available with what, degrees that I just happened to get in college. You have to be very intentional with the moves that you do make. And so that's why they always tell you, like, a good organized person and someone who's more ambitious, if you are someone like that, you need to be thinking 5 years. You need to be thinking ahead of yourself. Okay, because figure out exactly where you want to be in 5 years, and then go ahead and reverse engineer that. That is going to give you a really good planned out step-by-step kind of a thing that you can take to make everything happen. And yeah, life will happen to you. So it might not happen exactly the way you plan, but if you stay, if you continuously visualize where you're trying to go, and you really make a deliberate effort to follow your plan and be very intentional about the choices you make career-wise, you're going to either achieve the goal that you were trying to get or come very close to it, right? Or you're probably going to go better than that. And more than likely, you're going to do better. Okay, and that's, I'm even speaking from actual experience. You are going to do better as long, you have to be strategic and very intentional about everything you do in your life. You can't just be like, with all the energy that comes your way and just start reacting and everything. No, you have to plan every step ahead. Okay, you have to, in the morning, you have to have a routine where you review your goals. You have to take the time to actually visualize your goals. And you do need to continuously make sure you update yourself, your profiles, your online social media profiles to reflect your goals and reflect where you are at each given point. You continuously need to review where you have been to make sure that you are on track. And then you need to keep making sure that all the stepping stones are in alignment, like even in your future, and keep looking for the better stepping stones for you to go to, as long as it is in alignment with your goals. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Is it necessary to be a nurse before healthcare administration if you're overseeing nurses and physicians? Yes, but also no, and it really just depends on the specific job that you're getting or that you're trying to get. So what I mean is, like, really be intentional about what you actually want in life, where you want to go. And if the specific jobs that you're very interested in, the career path that you're interested in, it seems like they all require a nursing degree, then you're going to have to get a nursing degree to get those jobs. Okay. But I really, 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 really think that you have to be intentional and you need to be planning 5 years ahead at all times. Okay. Let's see what else. What else you got for me? Give me a second. Nothing here. Okay, so I'm doing psychology. Am I eligible? Eligible for and they commented on degree in health science. Are you eligible for to get a degree in healthcare, in health sciences, or are you eligible to become a healthcare administrator? Either way, of course you're eligible. No matter which position which stage you are in your career path, of course you can get to your goals. If you want to be a healthcare administrator, of course you can get to there from pursuing a degree in psychology. If you're getting your bachelor's degree in psychology, great. What I would do right now, if you want to be a healthcare administrator, would be to start getting experience, start working in healthcare. And, if you want to be an administrator, maybe in the field of psychology or like at a psychology practice, be an administrator somewhere in a mental health facility or, something like that, then you need to start working in a place like that. Even if it's just volunteering right now, just to get your foot in the door, you need to do that. All right. You have to, don't underestimate the value of providing value for free. All right. I know that a lot of us are going, no, I already have a job and I can't, work for free too. Well, to get yourself in the door and to make connections and to network with people who are going to be able to open up doors for you later on in the future, or who might even give you ideas or stepping stones in the future, or who may even become your mentors. Just to get to that point, you do need to provide some value. I even had to do that when I was starting. And when I first got my master's degree, I didn't really work in healthcare and I had to start from the very bottom. So I had to work for free for a while. I had to my dad helped me get volunteer opportunities, and that's all I could get. I didn't get any paid gigs until I volunteered at various different facilities. I provided value for free. And that gave me knowledge because I was able to understand a little bit more about how, these facilities run. It allowed me to develop some skills, some interpersonal skills within the workplace and within a healthcare facility. And also I had some decent training, with the volunteer work. They trained me on how to work in medical records and things like that. And also how to run like a receptionist desk in a small medical office. So I was able to develop some skills while I was working for free. And in addition to that, I was as social as I possibly could be. And that is the sweet spot. So if you really do volunteering correctly, you need to connect with as many people as you possibly can who work in these facilities. Okay, you need to make connections, make friends. You're going to need people on your side because, like I said, they can become mentors. They can open up doors for you. They can teach you things, whatever. That is your foot in the door. Okay, so after you get this experience and you get to know people and make those connections, that's your network. So now going forward, maybe you apply for a job at another facility and now you can use these people as your references. Or maybe they like the way that you work and you actually get a real job with them. There's so many opportunities, but it starts with volunteering. And you don't have to, it's not like you're signing up for a 40-hour work week when you volunteer. It's usually like 2 to maybe 6 hours at the most per week. So it's not that bad. Okay, if you can give 2-3-ish hours a week to the hospital to do a good deed and also volunteer and market the crap out of yourself, okay? Provide value and connect with people. And that will get you into the door, right? And so everyone should be doing this while you're a student. Everybody. So that'll get you in. And then moving forward from there, that'll help lead you to a legit job within that field. So what I would say is, regardless of whatever you want to get into, if you're studying psychology right now, that's cool. If you want to work in psychology, be an administrator in a psychology or a mental health facility, something psychology related, cool. Start volunteering in one of those facilities. You could try to get a job if you have absolutely no experience. I would start volunteering. And then slowly work your way through the system from there. And then when it comes time to get your master's degree, I would, if you love what you do and you see other healthcare administrators working in this mental health facility and you think it's a really good idea, go for your MHA. Okay, go for the MHA, and then you have your master's degree. Now you are so marketable because you have this wealth of experience. You have a ton of people backing you up. You built your network, and now you have your degree. So boom, you're ready for the job market and you're ready to make a 6-figure income. Okay, I hope that helps you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Catch you guys later. Bye.